bindweed, ground elder, the whole lot is taking over if you turn your back. Keep on top of it. Just half an hour a day will sort it out. Bedding plants probably can go out now. Keep an eye on Mel's weather forecast for the week. It's looking good for the following week, the upcoming week. Green fly, the same as your weeds. You turn your back and they will proliferate, and you get them in different colours other than green. Available in a range of colours. Make sure that you rub them out as soon as you can, because they will devastate your plants. And greenhouses, one last one, one quick one. Shading. It's sunny. Even if it's windy outside, the sun is so strong, it will fry your plants if you don't put some shading up. There you go.
He's taken control of us, so I'll thank you, Phil, for the last hour.
OK,
and a quarter.
And a bit. Have a lovely weekend.
I will do.
And we'll see you for the gardening phone-in next week. You've been fab. Thank you, Phil.
No problem. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sweetheart. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. It's a good job he can't hear you.
Isn't it just because he's a very tough man. He knows karate. But you said let's waz through these. That means something completely different to me.
What does it mean to you?
I can't say on the radio. I was so shocked that you would use that word.
Having a whittle. Waz either means be quick or go for a wee.
When does it ever meant be quick? I'm just going to waz this out.
Yeah. What's wrong with that? OK. Right then. OK, that's good. Right, thank you for everything. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And thank you.
I love you.
On FM, Freeview, digital radio, and online. Your voice in the West Midlands. BBC WM 95.6.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Bye-bye. Honestly, you guys can go on for as long as you want. I still get paid the same. It's crazy. Molly, thank you. Phil, thank you. Lots to talk about this morning. Sing hosannas. The slippery Sepp won the election. That guy is a player. We'll discuss players after the news with Philip Germ.
Aston Villa are hoping to end a 58-year wait for an FA Cup final victory this afternoon. 90,000 football fans are expected at Wembley when they take on the holders Arsenal. Former Aston Villa manager John Gregory thinks Villa's performance in the semi shows they can play against anyone.
Fabian Delph played particularly well, and Benteke obviously scored. I thought that Jack Grealish was outstanding that particular day. Liverpool couldn't handle him, and he showed incredible maturity and ability on the day. And I thought Tim got his tactics absolutely spot on. He just went for it, from the first minute. And
all eyes will be on teenager Jack Grealish, who's been outstanding under the guidance of Tim Sherwood this season. His sister Holly says she's very proud, as are her friends.
We meet up every Sunday in case there's a game on. We always meet up. And I said to my friend, if we win at Wembley, I'm going to cry. Because all my school was Villa fans, and all my school was going to be really happy.
The president of football's world governing body, Sepp Blatter, has claimed that the arrest of several leading officials was an attempt to interfere with the FIFA Congress, which saw him re-elected for a fifth term. In a Swiss television interview, he said he'd been shocked by comments made by American justice officials who were investigating alleged corruption. The Conservative MP, Damien Collins, who's a long-standing critic of FIFA, says Mr Blatter is deluded about what is actually happening.
Throughout this whole process, he seems to have wanted people to believe that he just simply didn't know what was going on, which in my mind makes him totally ill-equipped to lead a reform process in FIFA. He's had 16 years or so to try and do that and hasn't done it, and we can't expect anything more from him.
A man will appear before magistrates later accused of the murder of Zafran Nawaz, who was found with multiple stab wounds in a shed at a property in Bawdsley Green last week. Unemployed 20-year-old Akbar Khan of Carlton Road, Bawdsley Green, was arrested on Thursday afternoon. Mr Nawaz's family have paid tribute to him, saying he was a man whose life revolved around his family. Cancer specialists have welcomed the results of a trial of a new lung cancer treatment which has more than doubled the life expectancy of some patients. A drug called nivolumab makes it harder for the cancer to hide from the body's immune system. Experts describe the data presented at the American Society of Clinical Oncology as exciting. Tom Stansfield is from the charity Cancer Research UK.
We want to see that show signs of slowing down and that begin to decrease, as we've seen with smoking. And we know that measures we took with smoking have been successful in reducing the number of people who use tobacco regularly, and we want to see the same effect happen with obesity.
The FA Cup Final, live from Wembley, Saturday from midday.
Your sport in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Sport now, and as we were hearing just a moment ago, it's the big day as Aston Villa take on Arsenal in the FA Cup final at Wembley later. It's a 5:30 kick-off, but the build-up starts here on BBC WM from 12 noon with Adrian Goldberg live on Wembley Way. Villa are the underdogs to take victory. The Birmingham Bears continued their defence of the 2020 Blast title with 5-wicket win over Northants at Wantage Road last night. The Bears reached their target of 147 off the final ball of the match. Taking a look at the weather, mostly fine and dry with some sunny spells this afternoon, highs of 14 Celsius, 57 Fahrenheit. But tonight, wet and windy, and the rain could be heavy at times, but mild with lows of 10 Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit. That's your news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 5 minutes past 10.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Here we go. Let's have some of this, shall we? Thank you, Molly. Thank you, Phil. Excellent stuff as always. What are they called? Dirty Willies? Is it Sticky Willies? My boys have discovered those with great hilarity. They came home with Sticky Willies, steady, and were tossing them all around the kitchen. Unbelievable. The hilarity from plants, guys. Morning, Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. We've woken up in a sane world. Why so sane, you say? Well, because common sense has prevailed and Sepp Blatter is still the king of football. For a second it looked close. It went to a second vote. And then Prince Ali saw sense. Maybe he found a brown envelope in his dressing room. I don't know. And he went, do you know what? I'm going to let Lord Blatter, Atterley Blatterly, remain the king of football. He doesn't even speak English, Sepp Blatter. Wow. Doesn't even speak English. How do we trust that translator guy? That's what it's all down to, isn't it? He won because of the fella who was translating for him. I don't know. Has he been checked for corruption? We don't know. Well done, Sepp. Lord Sepp, that man is the definition of player. Player. I love Sepp Blatter. He just don't give a stuff, does he? He doesn't care. Look. It says on the screen now, BBC News, FIFA crisis. Crisis? What crisis? Sepp Blatter is holding the steering wheel tight and he ain't never gonna let it go. Anybody else in that position would have gone, do you know what? I've had 17 years of this and I'm like 84. I'm gonna stop. No, not Sepp. Not Sepp. Also, what kind of name? We don't make fun of people's names here at the BBC, obviously. I think we should, but that's by the by. What kind of name is Sepp Blatter? It's like his parents just put their hands in the Scrabble bag, pulled out a handful of letters and threw them across the room and went, S-E-P... Sepp Blatter. We'll call him Sepp. Do you know what I'm going to do after the show today, Marky Mark? I'm going to drive home. I'm going to throw my wife into the bedroom. We're going to make another baby. In 9 months' time, when that baby pops out, boy or girl, we're going to call it Sepp Blatter. That's what we're going to do. We're going to call it Sepp... Oh, another baby, blimey. Oh, blimey, I've just been taken back. I've just been taken back 3 years and 5 years. Another baby. Oh, how do people handle twins? This is the thing I never... One baby, right... It's such hard work. It's such hard work. And I'm the bloke, so it's easier for me. But it's still such hard work. How do you handle twins? This is one of the reasons I don't like twins. How do you handle twins? You have to have a favourite twin. Fact. You have to. Because if there are two twins crying, they're in front of you and they're crying, twin A or twin B, you've got to choose one that you're going to go to first. You can't do both of them all the time. So you've got to surely have a favourite twin. If you've got twins, 035... I didn't know we were going to talk about twins, but it seems to be where we've ended up. You know, listen, we're getting loads of new listeners all the time, well, apart from the last 15 minutes. That's not my fault. If you are new, the way this works, I sit here, I talk about stuff, you call in about that stuff, or you call in about anything you want. Anything you want. Honestly, we have no, not even low standards on this show. We have no standards on this show. 03453 009956. But twins, it must be the hardest job in the world. The second hardest job in the world. Of course, being the FIFA president is the hardest job in the world. Because if there are two twins sat in front of you, crying, you can't go to both of them. You can't comfort both of them. You've got to say, right, I'm going to focus on twin A and calm them down, and then when they've calmed down, I'll go to twin B. 03453 009956. Let's have a little bit of Julian Cope, shall we? Oh, iPod roulette coming up after 11. Thank you.
Hello?
Thank you, thank you.
Never mention Danny Kelly on your show again. Hello?
Anybody comes over with a cheery atmosphere who likes something,
yes,
you slag them off them.
Hello? Hello? Hello?
Thank you, thank you.
I need to read his book again. I remember it being a very, very naughty book, Julian Cope. What was it? I can't remember what it's called. Well, this text makes no sense at all. Iain, splat the blat. Thank you, Rob. I mean, I don't know. What was his book called? It's a very naughty book. Come on, son. This is the most biased reporting I've ever read in my life. And the sinner is Septic Sep's fifth win after block vote. Former Man United executive quits in protest. Good. Let's go to Kimberley. Morning, Kimberley.
Hello?
Hello, Kimberley.
Hello?
Hello, Kimberley.
Hello?
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 We'll come back to her later on. FIFA chief Sepp Blatter was crowned president of the scandal-hit organisation yet again last night. Well, as Sepp Blatter said, he can't be responsible for the 10 people immediately beneath him. How was he to know that the 10 people immediately beneath him were potentially corrupt? Potentially. But the favourite, dubbed Mr. Teflon, was given a bloody nose. No, it wasn't. after several nations switched sides. Former Manchester United chief executive David Gill quit in protest 2 hours after taking up his new post as vice president. The 209 delegates returned 133 votes for Blatter, while 73 voted for rival Prince Ali bin Al Hussein of Jordan. So he won. Now, and I know a surprising amount about this, to have won properly, he needed to get 2/3. That's why it went to a second ballot, because he didn't get 2/3 of the vote. And Prince Ali then went, do you know what? This guy's great. He is a legend. And he did the right thing and stepped down. Why is everyone so upset about it? 03453 009956.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news with Lisanne.
Thank you very much. Traffic still looking heavy through Kings Heath on the High Street this morning. Looking also quite heavy for Dartmouth Middleway as you head towards the A38, the Aston Expressway, with traffic looking quite busy through the city in that stretch. If you're making your way out towards Wolverhampton or Dudley, they're moving quite nicely. Motorway networks up to speed. Keeping an eye, though, for the motorway on the M40, M1 southbound for journeys down to London. The M40 is still running without disruption for you. The M1, though, still slow from 19 through to 15A. That's the Catthorpe interchange to Northampton stretch. You'll also find then from junction 13 at Bedford through to 12 and on towards Luton at 11. You're down to 30 to 50 miles an hour at various points. Very stop-start through there, so watch out for disruption. If you do want to head down towards the trains today, you've got a couple of options. You can take the Chiltern services from Birmingham Moor Street. They're laying on additional services to Wembley for you. Alternatively, you can stick on the motorway and make your way towards Beaconsfield or Milton Keynes, where you can pick up park and ride services and additional trains in towards Wembley for this afternoon's match. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 0330 123 3550.
Thank you.
Now, an avid Aston Villa fan's going to miss the FA Cup final at Wembley because he's double booked. Apparently, he's getting married on the same day.
We booked the wedding well over a year ago, and
my heart sort of stopped a little bit because I realised that it would be the Villa who'd be reaching the final.
I'm not really into organising weddings.
A fella who's not into organising weddings, what a shocker. Adam, of course, you know this sets now the tone for your wedding, don't you? You are completely and unofficially under the thumb for the rest of your life.
I've not been labelled that just yet.
You have, just now, by me.
Yeah.
He's back. Adrian Goldberg, the radio presenter who listens to you. Weekdays from 7 on BBC WM 95.6.
Yes. Brian's on the line. Good morning, Brian.
Morning.
What have you done in Hall Green to celebrate the momentous news that Sepp Blatter is once again the king of world football?
I didn't even know it had happened.
Brian, this is why I love Sepp Blatter, and I genuinely love him, right? He says this. In his victory speech, Blatter, 79, said, "I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect." That's true. And that's true. I'm not perfect. And he'd earlier tried to woo delegates in a speech pleading, "You know who you're dealing with me. Better the devil you know." You've got to respect that, Brian.
Yeah. How can he possibly say that he can't look at everybody? It doesn't matter whether he can look at everybody. He's the head one, and he's responsible for whatever his minions do.
Brian, how on earth was Sepp Blatter to know that the 10 people immediately below him might or might not have been taking bungs? How was he to know that, Brian?
Oh dear, yes.
Come on, I don't know what my minions are doing. Who knows what Marky Mark is up to when my back is turned? And my back is literally turned.
Anyway, you want to talk about twins?
Yes, I do, Brian.
Well, we had twins in 1962.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Of course, they're in the 50s now.
Yeah.
But in those days, there was no such thing as going to hospital. I mean, my wife had them at home.
Hang on, there was no such thing as going to hospitals in the 60s?
Not for babies, no. We had them at home. They had maternity. They had midwives.
Oh, gosh. What did you do with the sheets? Yes.
She delivered the first one and said there's another one there. We didn't even know we were having two.
Oh, flippin' heck. That must have been... Which one's your favourite?
We don't have any favourites.
Oh, no, Brian, come on now. Come on, listen.
No. We don't have any favourites. I heard you talking about, they start crying together. We never had that at all. I mean, they were always waking up on their own. We never had to wake up together. I can probably say there was very, very few times when they both woke up together for feeding and things like that. They were quite separate.
The 60s really were swinging for you, weren't they, Brian? But before you go, Brian, one final question, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Which one's your favourite?
I haven't got a favourite.
Okay. What are they? Boys, girls, one of each?
They're identical twin girls.
Oh gosh, that's weird, isn't it?
No, it's not. I love them to bits.
Okay.
I love all my kids. I've got 5 children. I love them all to bits.
Okay. Which one of your twins is your favourite, though? Is it the first one? Because I've got two.
I'll tell you what. You do well having Sepp Blatter's job. You would.
Thank you very much indeed. Oh, I could never. Thank you, Brian. I could never live up to the Blatt. I could never splat the Blatt. Thank you, Brian. Can we be honest, right? I've got 2 kids. I've got a favourite one. We all have, haven't we? We all have. 03453 and 009956 is the telephone number if you want to give us a call. Blatter said, "I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect." Player. He'd earlier tried to woo delegates in a speech pleading, "You know who you're dealing with. Better the devil you know." Yeah, you're right. You're right, Sepp. It came just 2 days after 9 senior officials were arrested by the FBI over allegations of corruption. And you notice, right, I don't like football, but I like the politics behind it turns out. And there have been murmurings of corruption in football for a long time and in FIFA for a long time, but we've never really said anything. But now the Americans are getting involved. Suddenly David Cameron's coming out going, yeah, I've been thinking they're all bent as well. Yeah, I agree with America. Well, why didn't you say that before? Why did you wait until the FBI waded in? Tough guy. Yeah, no, I think, I don't know, there's nothing like David Cameron. How does David Cameron speak? Well, no, hang on, that's Prince Charles. Nick, how does David Cameron speak? No, that's the Funky Gibbon you're singing. How does David Cameron speak? I'm David... No, that's David Attenborough. That's my little boy doing an old woman's voice. How does David Cameron speak? I can't remember. Do you know what, Nick? Here's something. And I might be wrong, but I don't think I've ever heard David Cameron say anything.
Who?
Thanks for calling. What have you got for us, Nick?
Oh, master of the airwaves.
Yes.
Change Sepp to Sap.
Yes.
That's one.
Yes, thank you.
And then I've decided that your show's going to Michael Bentine. So,
what?
But I have got a plan to put you on 5 days a week.
Oh, Nick, I don't want...
On a 3-hour show, and you can replace Danny Kelly.
Oh, listen, for goodness sakes, you know we have very, very strict quality control here.
Never mention Danny Kelly on your show.
That's the rule, Nick. I don't want 5 days a week.
We do. I've had to come to bed to listen to you now. I can't stand up and listen anymore. Right. You're finishing me off. You're too funny for me.
I'm finishing you off in bed?
Yeah.
Really?
Well, I had to get a table out this morning. It's gone to Kensington. I was up at 6.
Does anyone know what this man's talking about? Anyone? He's off again. Honestly, I've got no idea what you're talking about.
My jaw's... What? I've got locked jaw already, and you've only been on 10 minutes. Okay. I can't cope.
Yeah, OK. Well, shall we say goodbye?
Yeah. Adios.
Well, thank you. I've not got a clue what happened there. What was that? 03453 009956. You see what I mean about having no standards?
I do.
Hello.
shines a light and repays your revolves. Yeah, it's the right, I'm gonna pledge my time till the day I die. How high, like a kiss on, what a minute mile, why you hitchhike, love shines a light, I'm a loving call, I'll be down when you're down, I'll be up when you're up, you know I've been there, I know the skies are mean, and I'm looking for a way to free you, love, I'm fixing holes that once you break up, coming from your drag, and a hand that rocks you, caught you up like lyrics of your life. Love shines light, and it takes and it hurts, I know I'm right. I can bend to a curse, and love shines a light and repays your revolves. Yeah, it's the right, I'm gonna pledge my time till the day I die.
Blimey. I think I might like the Charlatans, I don't know. Well, I'm going to buy a greatest hits for 1 pence on Amazon, so I'm prepared to invest 1 pence. How can they do that, right? You go on Amazon, they can sell a CD for a penny. Yeah, you're paying £1.26 postage. How can they do that? Why would they do that? What business would go, do you know what, let's sell this for a penny? It's nuts, isn't it? Apparently there's a football match today. You can call in and talk about it. I haven't got a clue what's going on. You can call in and talk about it. I know some of you prefer sports-free zones. Well, that's why we are celebrating the magic that is Sepp Blatter today. Right, after 11, okay, okay, let's pull back the curtain a little bit and reveal some of the radio secrets. About 11:30, Marky Mark and I, the producer, have noticed people stop phoning in. They just stop phoning in, don't they, Mark?
Yes, they do, Ian.
Thank you very much indeed. I've come up with a cunning plan to make sure that's not a problem. We play the first half hour of the show again at 11:30. Now, that cunning plan was vetoed, quite rightly, by everybody here at BBC WM 95.6 as being lazy. It's being lazy. I suggested it to the boss, and he said... So, yeah. So I took that as a no. So what we're going to do instead, at 11:30, we're going to try and play iPod Roulette. What we need are 2 people, 2 listeners, 2 of you that have got MP3 players that you can set to shuffle. And then we kind of have a battle to the death. Okay, can you do that? If you want to book... No one may phone in, Mark, in which case you'll have to go outside and do a Pakistani accent and a Brummie accent, and you'll have to be 2 people, which I think Are we still allowed to do that at the BBC?
We are, yes.
Excellent stuff indeed. So if you want to book your place in iPod Roulette, 03453 009956, for that's the telephone number. Morning, Alan.
Morning, Ian.
Oh, flipping. This is it says Caddick. I didn't realise it was Caddick. Good morning, Alan Caddick. It's so nice to know that you're still breathing and have access to a telephone.
Well, I'm on my mobile.
Well, that's a telephone, I think.
Yeah, it's a portable phone.
It's what I like. It's what I like to call a pocket telephone.
A smartphone.
Is it?
Yeah.
Smartphone dumb owner, I tend to find.
Well, that's me IQ level down the pan.
Your IQ levels are underpants.
No, down the pan.
Okay, well that's great news for everybody concerned, Alan. What would you? Have you been celebrating the legend, the player that is Sepp Blatter?
No, I'm going to football related what I want to talk about. It's about our Prime Minister.
Oh, okay. What about which Prime Minister? David Cameron?
Yes.
Can you? Okay. I can't remember what David Cameron sounds like. Can you do an impression of him?
This is a one nation government for one nation people.
Okay, just give us that again, Alan.
This is a one nation government for one nation people.
Right. And what does that actually mean?
Well, the Conservatives won the general election. And their policies were set out in the Queen's speech. We're going to implement it for the people of the country.
Right.
But that's not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about Harry by snubbing the FA Cup final.
You want
and
to-
he called himself a Villa fan.
Hang on a minute. There are just too many words, and not enough of them are being spoken properly. Say that again.
I want to know why Cameron is snubbing the
Oh.
FA Cup final, and he called himself a Villa fan.
Well, no, okay. Now, did he call himself a... Because he got the football team wrong, didn't he, that he supported? Which one did he say he supports, and which one does he actually support?
He actually supports Aston Villa, but he said West Ham.
What an... And you got... we as a nation voted for that guy? The guy that doesn't even know the name of his own football team? That's like me forgetting the names of my two boys.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So he okay. Well, he's obviously... Where are you, Alan? Are you at the North Pole or something?
No, I'm outside waiting for a bus to go on to the allotment.
Okay, you're on a fire engine.
No, I'm waiting for a bus to go to the allotment.
Okay, why is a bus going to go to the allotments?
Because I've got an allotment which is growing potatoes.
Hey, oh, nice. I think the best thing you can do with potatoes that you've grown yourself, Alan, is eat them.
Of course.
Delicious. Make up a nice bit of a potato salad with them.
Or the roasters for Sunday dinner.
Yeah, you could do that as well. My favourite food, right? My wife my birthday's coming up soon, okay? And my wife just kind of asked casually, "What's your favourite food?" Right? 'Cause I think she's going to do me a nice meal. She better. And I said roast potatoes with mint sauce. And she went, "Yeah, but what's your favourite meal?" I said roast potatoes with mint sauce. It doesn't get any finer than that.
So you don't have any lamb or veg, apart from the potatoes?
Well, I mean, yes, I do have lamb, and I do indeed have veg, but my favourite meal is roast potatoes with mint sauce.
Oh, with me, I've tried hash browns with Worcestershire sauce.
Now, is it Worcestershire sauce, or is it Worcester sauce?
Worcestershire sauce.
Well, I think it's spelt Worcestershire, but isn't it pronounced Worcester? Like Jeeves and?
Yes?
Alan, I'm going to let you go because it sounds like you're on top of a mountain.
I'll speak to you soon, mate.
I hope not. We're not mates. Please don't. Mark him up. I'm not his mate. Okay? You are. David Cameron sounds like a male Molly Sugden. Hey, do you know what, Jake? Yeah, actually. Chris says, I knew I wasn't my mum's favourite child when she asked me to help her organise a surprise birthday party for my twin. I believe that's called a gag. 03453 009956. If you've got an MP3 player, give us a call. Set Blatter. Oh, I'll tell you what, we'll do peanut butter in a minute. Cannot stand peanut butter. It's just disgusting. It turns out there's loads of stuff you can do with it apart from eat it.
lights are on, but you're not home. Your will is not your own. Your heart sweats, your teeth grind. Another kiss, and you'll be mine. Whoa, you like to think that you're immune to the stuff. Oh yeah. It's closer to the truth to say. Can't get enough, you know you're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love. Might as well face it. You're addicted to love.
Well, all of the papers are banging on about Ed Sheeran, who seems like a nice lad, not my cup of tea, a little bit drippy. Buy a decent guitar, mate. You've made a few quid. Come on, go out and buy yourself a Gretsch or something decent like that. He's got a waxwork model in Madame Tussauds. Now, how do we know it's him? Because he stood next to it. I've got real beef with waxworks and with Madame Tussauds. It's like about 30 quid to go there, right? And there's nothing... You don't recognise any of them. You don't recognise any of them. There's rubbish. Really. And Ed Sheeran tweeted, met my waxwork at Madame Tussauds. He didn't say much, but he's got a bulge... So, oh, dearie me. Ed Sheeran, please. Have you ever been there? The only people that go there are French students. French students will be queuing up outside. I drive past it occasionally on the few times. I don't have to do it so often, thank God. I did it in the week. The few times I have to drive through central London. It's just on the good side of the congestion charge, the Marylebone Road. And there are queues and queues and queues of French students trying to get in. What makes it worse is there's building work going on. So there's kind of like a fake wall is put up between the pavement and the thing. And so the French students are just walking out into the street in London without having a look, without looking where they're going. Oh, come to Madame Tussauds. Why? Why would I want to... I can understand in the olden days why you'd want to go to a waxworks, right? Because it was like 1800 and we didn't have the Tinternet. Or if we did, we only had Yahoo and Yahooligans. We didn't have Google, so it was a bit 56k dial-up or something. Right. But, so you go and you go, oh, that's what King Louis XII looks like. That's what... I don't know anyone famous from the olden days. That's what Kenny Lynch looked like. I don't know. Just guessing. I'm just a bloke. I know you look up to me as some kind of I'm just a bloke. Right? I don't know everything. So in the olden days, it was worth going. Nowadays, if I want to know what Kenny Lynch looks like, I'll Google him. What does Ed Sheeran look like? I'll Google him. What does, Louis XII look like? I'll have a little look on... I'll Bing him. Maggie's on the line. Morning, Maggie.
Morning.
Flippin' heck, Maggie!
What?
Is there anybody there?
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Are you there, Maggie?
Good morning.
Good morning, Maggie. You sound worse than usual.
No.
Morning, Maggie. Did you ever go out on a bender last night, did you?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not too much.
Not too much. What did you have to drink, Maggie?
4 pints of Stella.
Yeah.
And 1, 2, 3, 4 shots of Malone.
Of what? Joe Malone? That's an aftershave, mate.
Sure, 4 shots.
Yeah. Is it? In English?
Jameson's. 54 Irish whiskey.
54 Irish whiskies?
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yes. 4 shots of beautiful Irish whiskies and 4 Stellas. And you sound... Was that it, or was there more?
Pardon?
Thank you very much. And you sound this close to death.
No, I'm okay.
Yeah, you don't sound it, fella.
I do, I'm okay.
What have you got for us, madam? Apart from your last breath.
What? Of course. You're a very clever man.
I'm just a bloke, Maggie. I'm just a bloke. I've got problems. I've got my ups and downs. I go to the doctor. I go to the toilet, Maggie. I know you all look up to me as some kind of guru, but I'm just a bloke, Maggie. I've got my own problems, Maggie. I can't sort everybody else out. I'm just a man.
What's got 13 hearts?
Oh, God.
And no other organs.
What's got 13 hearts and no other organs? Am I going to regret this joke? Has this been vetted by the production team here at BBC WM 95.6? Hang on. Yeah, because Maggie, you've proved in the past you really know the level that we can broadcast here without getting me into trouble. What's got 13 hearts? Yeah. And I'm going to ask him, and on your head be it. I don't know, Maggie. What's got 13 hearts?
I'm not going to tell you yet. You work it out.
Oh, flipping it. Hang on a minute. Let's bring Kimberly into this. I'm going to use the word conversation, but very, very loosely. Kimberly?
Good morning.
What? Can you hear us?
Don't do this again. It really gets to me.
It gets to me, Kimberly.
And it's not my phone.
Well, it's not me. Can you hear me? Oh, God. Can you hear me, Kimberly? Right. Maggie, can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly.
Kimberly, can you hear me?
I can now. Hello?
Hello, Kimberly.
But you keep cutting me off and you do this every time.
No. Hand on heart, Kimberly. I don't. Can you hear me, Kimberly? Oh, for crying out loud.
I can hear you loud.
Hello?
Hello, Kimberly.
Hello?
Hello?
You on about Man and Two Swords? Hello?
Kimberly? Kimberly? Turn your...
She's got a radio on.
I was going to say turn her radio off. What I meant was turn my life support off. Turn your radio off, Kimberly.
I haven't got my wireless on. It's Jeremy Kyle.
Of course it is. Well, would you mind turning... Is Jeremy Kyle doing a DNA test? Is he getting those all-important lie detector results back? I realise I'm talking to you and you probably can't hear me again. Yep, I'm right.
Do you turn it off?
No, she's there. Her fader is up.
I'm here now.
Kimberly.
Good morning.
Guten Morgen, mein Herr. Kimberly. Oh, for Christ.
You must do something to her phone.
Can I just say, hand on heart, I swear that I do nothing to her phone. Yes, I do this from time to time.
Hello.
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 Hello. But that's it. I don't fiddle around with her phone. Kimberly.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kimberly. It's great to have you on the show.
You want about Jeremy... see, you got me confused now.
I've not got you
confused.
Kimberly, I've not got you confused. That's called life, my love. Yes, Kimberly. Oh, flipping it. Come on.
You must be doing something.
Maggie, I'm doing nothing. I swear to you.
You must be putting the mute button on.
Kimberly.
Good morning. You want to make Man and Two Swords?
Yes.
How can you not recognise them?
Because they don't look
I thought you was an educated man. You obviously know who they look like.
Yeah, only because it's got their name underneath it. Right, Maggie, you try talking to her. Maybe she'll hear you.
Morning, Maggie.
Morning.
You all right?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
That's good. How's life?
I'm still breathing.
Unfortunately.
See, she can hear me.
How can she hear you, but she can't hear me?
You messing about with them buttons.
Right, I'm not right. You two stay there. I need to do a little bit of business. Hang on a second.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Honestly, let's get the travel news. Here's Lisanne.
Good morning. If you're heading out at the moment, you'll find traffic's heavy on the southbound M6, as we always find between the roadworks junction 10 to 8. It's the Wolverhampton to M5 stretch of the motorway where there's speed restrictions and roadworks, but also just always quite a lengthy delay as traffic starts to build up. So that's what we're experiencing now. So traffic for the A4540, the Ladywood Middleway through Birmingham, looking heavy at the moment. As you approach the centre of town, though, it's looking pretty good on the main approaches. We're keeping an eye on routes down to London for you today for the FA Cup final for Villa fans heading down. The M40 is your best option at the moment. It's running without disruption. The M1, a little bit stop-start around Northampton and again at Luton. You've got alternative options, though, if you're heading on the the trains, you can catch Chiltern services who are operating extra services today, all departing from Birmingham Moor Street. A warning, they're not leaving from Birmingham Snow Hill, so if you're in the city, you do need to make your way to Birmingham Moor Street. The other option is to drive down to the Park and Ride facilities at Beaconsfield or High Wycombe, where you'll be able to pick up additional Chiltern services into Wembley. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 Travel on 0330 123 3550.
Here they come. They're starting to walk up the tunnel. John Gregory in a claret and blue tie.
I'm walking out there as the manager. I see 40-odd thousand Villa fans with the claret and blue, and it looked beautiful.
The FA Cup Final on BBC WM 95.6.
The fireworks explode and Wembley erupts.
Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Today from midday.
Right, let's try this again. Kimberly.
Good morning.
Say hello to Maggie.
My name's not Maggie. It's Manny.
Okay, Maggie.
What are you calling me, Maggie?
Maggie, say...
yeah. Good morning, Kimberly.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm okay, thank you.
He's a brilliant bloke, isn't he? He does a really good show, doesn't he? Should be on every day. Should be on every day. Should be on every day.
He does a good show-ish. He's okay in small doses.
He's a man. He is. He does a brilliant show.
Can I speak to him? Because I'm making me breakfast and I'm going out.
Where are you going?
Just to down the shops.
What are you buying today? Clothes,
I don't know
shoes?
yet.
Shoes? Handbag?
No.
Handbag?
No.
Are you going for the drink?
No.
I went yesterday. I was going to have a pint of Guinness first.
All right.
They put the bloody price up to £3.10.
All right.
Yeah. It was £3 last week. I don't know why he's put it up 10 pence for.
All right.
You've got to put some black in there.
Can I speak to Iain Lee, please?
Ian's gone.
Okay,
I'm in charge. I'm in charge. Waiting for Ranjit.
All right, then.
I don't know whether he had some chips last night from Ranjit's shop.
All right. I'll say goodbye to you then.
He's there somewhere.
Hello,
you can hear him muttering in the background.
Hello,
Iain Lee! Hello. Where are you?
Hello, Ranjit.
It's not Ranjit.
Who's that?
Dave.
All right, Dave.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going now. Goodbye.
Bye.
Not a clue what's going on. Good morning, Dave.
Morning, Ian.
What have you got for us, boss?
Do animals still make you laugh?
They make me laugh out loud, and they feed my children. Yeah, I know.
I know. I've been watching it all week.
Well, it's a gig's a gig, and it's a funny little show, and I'm always happy to sit in a booth and do the voiceover for television shows, David.
I know, but it's good, isn't it?
It's good, yeah, it's good. It's a good little show, that. Anyway, let's not bang on too much about the other career. What have you got for us, Dave, or is it just that?
Did you know Ranjit's got another job?
Well, I know that he works in a chippy.
Yeah,
I know that he phones up and irritates me.
Yes, but he was on that programme that you said you can't mention the presenter's name.
Oh.
On about the election.
Oh, well, there you go. People. This show is so meta today. People will do anything to get on the air, won't they, Ranjit?
Hiya, Dave. Hello, Ranjit. How you doing, mate? All right, I'll be round later for some chips. Oh, that's good. And how's your little cat? Okay, thanks. Yeah, how are you doing, Ian? All right, mate?
Thank you, Ranjit. Yes, good, thank you.
Listen. I want to talk about that Blatter bloke.
Yes, the legend, the player.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you got to understand, right?
Yes.
Is that money buys power.
Right.
And power is like an aphrodisiac.
Whoa, that's why he's got so many sexy women after him.
There you are. You know what? I told you about the little man syndrome.
Yes.
He's got the power.
How tall are you, Dave?
5'10".
Little man. He's a little man, isn't he?
Well, compared to you, mate.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
I'm smaller than Dave.
No, you are, Dave.
Yeah.
No, hang on, you're Ranjit. Anything under 5'11" is a tiny man.
I'm a tiny man.
How tall are you, Ranj?
I'm about 5'7".
Oh, bless you.
Got little man syndrome.
Oh, no, mate. You're not desperate for attention and to take control.
No, I never take control, mate. I'll let you carry on doing that.
Okay.
Anyway, you know all your... I don't know. You know Martin was on the phone yesterday.
I don't remember anything that happened this morning, let alone yesterday.
Yeah, he should now revive the Ranjit fan club.
No, Ranjit, I can trust you. That's never going to happen. Dave?
Yeah?
Thanks for calling.
Bye.
03453 009956 is the phone number. I tell you what, we'll start the show properly at 11, shall we? Because this first hour doesn't count. This is the warm-up hour.
No one on earth could feel like this. I'm thrown and overblown with bliss. There must be an angel playing with my heart, yeah. I walk into an empty room, and suddenly my heart goes boom. It's an orchestra of angels, and they're playing with my heart, yeah. Must be talking to an angel. 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 No one on earth could feel like this. I'm thrown and overblown with bliss. There must be an angel playing with my heart, yeah. And when I think that I'm alone, it seems there's more of us at home. It's a multitude of angels, and they're playing with my heart, yeah. Must be talking to an angel. 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 I must be hallucinating, watching angels celebrating. Could this be reactivating all my senses, dislocating? This must be a strange deception. My celestial intervention, leaving me the recollection of your heavenly connection. I walk into an empty room, suddenly my heart goes boom.
I like it, Paul.
An orchestra of angels.
Steady on, fella. Steady on. Here's a question about football. I can answer this. I've become obsessed with FIFA. I think that this FIFA scandal and the Sepp Blatter scenario is this generation's Who Shot JFK. I really do. We all remember where we were when Sepp Blatter got voted in for his 5th term as president of world football. I was lying on my bed in my pants. I was. thinking, I might go out. And then I did. Once I'd heard he'd been elected, I went out to the pictures and I watched San Andreas, starring Dwayne Johnson, a.k.a. The Rock. And do you know what? It was brilliant. It was rubbish, but it was brilliant. Here's the thing, right? I don't get about films. They can make it look like San Francisco is on fire and is blowing up. Buildings collapsing. They can make it look like there's a tsunami through San Francisco. The Rock was driving a boat through the streets of San Francisco. So they can do amazing things. Why can't they, in films, then do convincing false beards? And you know when they show pictures of, like, it's so hard to explain. Right, you know in films, it'll be The Rock and his wife, and they'll be looking at pictures of when they were younger with their kids when they were kids, right, like on holiday. Why can they never make those photos look convincing in films? They never do. You know photos when they're looking back from like 30 years ago, when obviously they weren't married and they didn't have kids because they're actors who've just met for this film. Why are those photos never convincing? We'll speak to Joan after the top of the hour. Why are they never... They're always rubbish. Anyway, I saw San Andreas. It was brilliant. Oh, and there was a right grumpy bloke on the tickets, right? Really grumpy bloke on the tickets. These lads wanted to see San Andreas. I think it's a 12. I'm not sure. Right. And there was one kid who was obviously 9 or 10. He was 9 and he was there with his mates. And they went 4 tickets for San Andreas, please. And the fella went, what's your date of birth? To the young lad, who was obviously 9. And this boy, he got his date of birth out there. And he went, so you're 13, are you? Yeah, I am, mister. He went, right. And he stood there, this guy behind the counter, stood there sucking his teeth. I'm going to have to go and speak to a colleague about this. I thought, just let the kid in to see the film, please. Please! And he went up to this young lady behind the counter and he went, yeah, look over here. He reckons he's 13. And she looked at him and she went, go on, let him in. Go on, let him in. For goodness sakes, guys. 03453 009956. So the question I can answer about football. Please explain why the Americans have arrested these FIFA officials, because what the hell do Yanks know about football, and since when have they been involved in FIFA, from Simon? Who knows the answer to this? Do you know the answers to this, Marky Mark?
No.
Oh, I know the answer.
Good.
Shall I tell the boys and girls?
Yes.
OK. The answer is because these alleged bribes happened with dollars, with US dollars. And if the bribes had been in, like, euros or Australian dollars, America couldn't have got involved. But it's a federal offence, hence the FBI, to offer bribes in American dollars anywhere in the world. Isn't that interesting? Anywhere in the world. So if I were to bribe Marky Mark in US dollars, the FBI could get involved. It's a federal offence. See, I'm genuinely finding this whole story fascinating. What really... 81333, start your text, WM, please. Or call 03453 009956. Mystic Mick Medium Wave says, what really pees me off with Cameron is he always appears in the media in a shirt with his sleeves rolled up, going on about work. Yet he's never done a full day's graft in his life. Well, Mick, he may never have built a wall or dug a trench, but he runs the country. I mean, you know, whatever you think about him, running the country, that's quite a hard job, isn't it? That's quite a hard job, I would have thought. Right, we need 2 people with MP3 players, please. We're going to try and play iPod roulette, but I need you to call in. So don't leave it up to someone else. I need it for you. 03453 009956. This is Iain Lee on BBC WM 95.6.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM.
Here we go.
95.6.
Here we go. I tell you what, Adrian Goldberg's on at midday, but right now it's the news. Here's Philip Chum.
Arsenal take on Aston Villa at Wembley in the FA Cup final. It's the first time Villa have appeared in the final for 15 years. And former Aston Villa manager John Gregory thinks that Villa just need to go and do what they did in the semi-final.
I really don't think that,
Kim needs to veer away from how he came here for the semi-final. You know, we were playing against Liverpool. Liverpool were the odds-on favourites to beat Aston Villa. No one really gave Villa a hope in hell of actually getting through that match and coming here to the final.
Meanwhile, avid Villa fan Chris Kelly from Walsall wants to go to Wembley, but one of his best mates is getting married. He told BBC WM he still hasn't decided whether he'll choose football over friends.
Here we are today, FA Cup final day, and the decision, I still do not know what to do. But the thing is, I want to be at Wembley, and I want to be at the wedding so much as well. I want to cut myself in half and be at both.
Sepp Blatter has strongly criticised the United States Justice Department and the European Football Association, UEFA, for conducting what he called a hate campaign against him and his organisation. The US authorities indicted 7 FIFA executives just days before Sepp Blatter was re-elected yesterday for a 5th term as president of the organisation. A 12-year-old boy seriously injured in a collision in Holyhead Road, West Bromwich last Wednesday has died. Amar Atwal was taken to hospital after the Mitsubishi Outlander he was travelling in was involved in a collision with the Vauxhall Astra at the junction with Thursfield Road at around 8:40 p.m. 2 other relatives, a 12-year-old boy and a 44-year-old woman, who were also in the car at the time of the crash, remain in hospital in a serious but stable condition. Police are continuing their investigations. The former chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, the Labour MP Margaret Hodge, has criticised plans by HM Revenue and Customs to write off the fines of thousands of people who filed a late tax return, providing they can provide a genuine excuse. Margaret Hodge said it wasn't fair and undermined the system. But Paul Lewis from the BBC's Moneybox programme said HMRC was prioritising because of limited resources.
They've got 2 conflicting pressures. They're having to cut staff, and they've cut possibly 10,000 in the last few years. It's hard to get an exact figure. They're dealing with more people in self-assessment because there are more self-employed people, more people paying child benefit charges, and yet they've got fewer people to deal with them.
The FA Cup Final, live from Wembley, Saturday from midday.
Your sport in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
And as we were hearing a moment ago, it's the big day as Aston Villa take on Arsenal in the FA Cup Final at Wembley later. It's a 5:30 kick-off, but the build-up starts here on BBC WM in an hour with Adrian Goldberg live at Wembley Way. Villa are the underdogs to take victory. It's also a big night in London for Birmingham boxer Frankie Gavin. The 29-year-old fights for the IBF World Welterweight title against the defending and unbeaten champion Sheffield's Kell Brook. He returned to the ring just 8 weeks ago after being stabbed in the leg last summer. Gavin will go in as the underdog at the O2 Arena. Taking a look at the weather now, mostly fine and dry with some sunny spells this afternoon, highs of 14 Celsius, 57 Fahrenheit. Tonight, though, wet and windy and the rain could be heavy at times, but mild with lows of 10 Celsius, 50 Fahrenheit. That's your news and sport for the West Midlands. It's 3 minutes past 11.
In this modern world of ours, where all is push and shove, everybody's got to have something he can love. Some folk like to spend their lives on horses, dogs and booze. Others pass their time away with monkeys, lions and gnus. But me, poor! I like birds, birds, birds. Poor! Any kind of bird. Nothing seen or heard thrills me like a bird. I like birds, birds, birds. You can take my word, there ain't nothing like a bird, bird, a bird. There's a throttle-throated, plushy-coated, lushy little thrush who twitters every evening by me door. She whistles up near oh lots of lovey-dovey slush. It makes me feel so I like a bird who rests on me hairy chest, where she's built a nest in my old string vest. I like birds, birds, birds. You can take my word, there ain't nothing like a bird, a bird, a bird. I like birds, birds, birds. Hello? I like birds. I used to keep mice. I'd be a sensation with an orc. I often fancied a poodle. Not like I fancy a bird. I I've gone off my porridge. Football and cricket have had it. I love birds.
That's disgusting.
Saturdays with Iain Lee.
On BBC WM 95.6.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
Let's just go to the production staff and ask, Marky Mark, how many players have we got for iPod Roulette that's happening just after 11:30?
We have the grand total of...
Yes?
None.
OK, well, we only need two more. That's a promising start.
Just please call two more people.
That's a promising start. We only need two more. So that's not bad. That's not bad going, is it, Joan?
What's that?
Hello. We need two people with MP3. Have you got an MP3 player?
No, I'm on my landline.
OK. Yes, OK. Well, you couldn't make a phone call on... hey, this Sepp Blatter, it gets better and better. It gets better and better, doesn't it?
Who the hell's he?
Sorry?
Who the hell's he?
He's the king of world football.
Oh, my God, I don't understand football.
Not only is he the king of world football, he's now having a go at the FBI. Did you just hear Philip Cherm in the news? Sepp Blatter's now out giving the FBI a right old seeing to. He doesn't... It's the FBI! You can't diss the FBI. They'll take you out and they'll make it look like a suicide. He's having a go at the F, the B, and indeed the investigators. Joan, what have you got for us?
I want to talk about dog fouling. Dog poo. Hello? Hello?
Carry on.
Dog poo. On paths. Hello? Who's that? Hello? Who's that? Hello? Hello, I'm Joan. Hello? Oh, don't be silly, you silly woman.
That's disgusting.
Thank you.
OK, carry on.
Where I live, every day I go down down this little gully to go to the shops in Upper Gornal. Dog poo.
Yes.
Dog poo, yes. Dog poo. Yeah. Dog poo. Hello? Dog poo.
Yes?
Woof woof. Hello?
I love you very much. Blah-de, blah-de, blah.
Dog poo.
Yes, Joan.
Hello.
Good morning. Joan, what have you called in for?
Dog poo.
I haven't got any. I made myself laugh with that one. Anyway, yes.
Dog poo.
Go on.
Yeah, every time I go down this gully to the shop, dog poo.
Is it?
Yeah, it's full of dog poo. Dog poo.
Okay,
There's a line of dog poo all along the path. Dog poo.
If you could just stop saying dog poo quite so much, Joan.
Dog poo.
There's another one, because we've got young ears...
I could say something beginning with S.
I'd rather you didn't.
Dog poo.
Or say that. Joan.
Hello.
Joan, what have you called in for?
Hello? About dog S-H-I-T.
No. Do you know what? You're the second older...
Excuse me.
You're the second lady of distinguishment to be on my radio in the last 2 days. I spoke to in another world, Joan. I do another radio show, and I spoke to a delightful grandmother yesterday.
Right.
And she thinks she's seen a ghost. Did I tell this story yesterday on here? She thinks she's seen a ghost, right? And she thinks it's the ghost of her 8-year-old grandson, Lewis, who's sadly passed away. You know, very sad story. And I said to her, this is why I love doing this job. I said to her, was Lewis a little bit of a character then? She went, oh, was he ever? He was a right little... And she said the... I thought, well done, you.
Woof woof.
Calm down.
Dog poo.
OK, good morning, Joan. What have you called in for?
Hello.
Hello.
You're making me cough. Hello. About this dog poo.
Yes, you're obsessed with it, Joan. Let it go.
I need to catch the owner who lets his dog do this business down this gully.
OK, what business?
Dog poo.
OK.
I'll give him a right old telling off.
Yes.
I'd give him a carrier bag and I'd put one over his head and I'd, know.
No, hang on. We're not going to murder somebody, Joan. I can't condone murder. Although I'll back you up. I'll be your alibi.
If you saw it, you would do the same.
If I saw what?
Dog poo.
OK.
Hello.
All right. Yes. This is right. So, Joan, let's start again. Good morning, Joan.
Hello. Can I continue or not? Hello.
What have you called in for, Joan?
We need a camera in this gully to catch the perpetrator.
OK. Who's that in the background?
My bird. Bertie. Bertie the budgie.
Bertie the budgie. Could you tell Bertie the budgie to shut up?
Shut up, Bertie.
Hey, that worked.
He's on my head now.
Oh, yeah. Well, mind out he doesn't do a poo.
I should be blooming bored by the time he's finished pecking at it.
Yeah, I'll be bored by the end of this call. Anyway. Right, so, Joan, I'm so confused.
Woof, woof.
Hey, now, that's not fair.
Hello?
Hello, Joan.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, for Lord's sake.
What have you called in for?
What do you think? Dog poo.
OK. You having fun?
Mad.
You having fun?
You're
fun.
mad.
I think you're as mad as
You're
me.
absolutely stark raving bonkers.
And this is why I love you. So, Joan, who's doing this poo?
Somebody's dog, of course.
And do they not bag it?
No.
That's.
I think it's the same dog. There's a line of it, and they always do it in one particular spot. Woof, woof.
Yes, I know.
Oh, it's vile.
Have you never caught the person that's...
Well, betide him if I do.
Oh, no, Joan, no, you be careful, Joan, because some people, as you know, are nuts.
Well, he will be nuts by the time I've finished with him.
Well, you listen, it's horrible, isn't it, when this
I
happens?
walked it in my house last night.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all to my all.
Oh.
Hello?
Oh, that's awful.
There's no lamps there. By a park, there's no lamps, so you can't see where you're walking, and I walked it all into my hole last night.
Joan.
I thought, what the hell's this? And then, oh my God.
Mess? It was, well, you worked out exactly what it was, didn't you?
I sure did.
It was, hang on a second, Jeff?
Stunk the place out.
Jeff?
Hello, mate, how you doing?
Yeah,
All right?
good, thanks. Joan's got a stinky house because of...
Dog poo.
Any advice you can give her?
Yeah, I mean, I had a problem the once. I had a German Shepherd, and he kept doing it outside my front door at 7 o'clock in the morning, but it got worse, really, because he started bringing his dog with him.
Oh, thanks very much, Jeff. Yeah, I think that was... Yeah, that was a joke. Dot's on the line. Good morning. Good morning.
Ian, I'm really sorry. I can't speak for laughing.
Hello.
That's the best laugh.
Woof, woof. Oh, my God. Oh. Hello. It's not funny, you know.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I'm going to get off the line, Ian. I'm sorry.
Hello. Hello. Dog poo. Oh, God, I've got to get my shampoo right
That's
now.
the absolute best laugh I've had for weeks.
Dog poo.
Ian, I've got to go. God bless you. I love you.
She's wetting herself.
What happened? What happened there?
She's laughed that much. I think she needs to go to the toilet.
I think she's having a similar problem to you.
Oh, not quite.
Well, I mean, hang on a second. Let's go. John? John?
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air. Have you got any advice for Joan?
Yeah, well, to you, really. I mean, first of all, have to make sure she cleans the carpet.
Turn your radio off, John. We're getting the Larson effect.
Okay, hang on.
Hang on. That's the posh name for
First of all,
feedback.
tell her to clean the carpets properly.
Well, you tell her. She's on the
Absolutely
line.
Disgusting. Okay.
Hello?
All right, love. Look, you keep going on about this dog poo. Have you cleaned your carpets? Because I'm trying to eat my brekkie listening to this.
No, but I've got...
Absolutely disgusting.
I've cleaned it this morning with a shampoo.
What, with shampoo?
Carpet shampoo.
Love, you need more than that. Have you tried some disinfectant?
Yes, that as well.
And it seems like you're obsessed with it because
dog poo.
I'm sitting here trying to eat my brekkie, love, and all I can hear is dog poo and there's lines of it and that.
Enjoy.
Disgusting, love, you know, grow up.
Yeah, grow up, thank you, John. Grow up, Joan.
Oh, thank you, mate.
No.
Your bottom.
Oh, say that again.
I'll smack his bottom.
Joan, I wish you the very best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your call.
Okay, bye.
Ta-ta, bye-bye. 03453 00956.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Dog poo.
Let's get the travel news now. Here's Lisanne.
Oh, Oh dear. If you're heading out at the moment, you'll find traffic is moving well across Birmingham. It's a little bit heavy through the roadworks, though, for the motorway on the M6. You will find it's a little bit slow going from 10 through to 8. That's Wolverhampton to the M5. The Ladywood Middleway in the city looking busy around the Five Ways Island, but traffic on the whole is on the move. There's no significant problems or delays in Birmingham, Wolverhampton or Dudley. I've had a look at the motorways for you. It's still looking quite slow if you're heading to London for this afternoon's match at Wembley. If you're heading along the M1 southbound from junction 19 to 15, it's looking pretty slow for you there. There's also quite a bit of congestion. I'm still here on the Luton stretch of the motorway too. The M40 a better bet for you though, I know. And if you're heading out on the trains, you'll find Chiltern running additional services from Birmingham Moor Street, also from the Park and Ride services at Beaconsfield and High Wycombe. If you see a problem, call us on 0330 123 3550 and I'll give you another update in half an hour.
I'll smack his bottom.
03453 009956 is the... Joan, are you still there? Oh, she's gone, thank goodness for that. Hopefully she's gone to clean her stinky carpets. Oh dear, I get paid for this, it's unbelievable.
Sometimes feel I should just go home, but I'm dealing with a memory that never forgets.
dog poo. Woof, woof.
10 weeks, 10 towns.
I've lived around here all my life.
If you want BBC WM 95.6 to come to your town,
People are very friendly. The people are lovely.
email your WM at bbc.co.uk.
People are brilliant. Variety of cultures. Really a nice place to be.
Your life, your stories, your street. Your WM, coming soon.
I'll smack his bottom.
Hey, steady, Joan. Marky Mark, how many players have we got for iPod Roulette coming up in about 8 minutes' time? How many?
We've now got the remarkable total, Ian, of nil.
That's not bad. We only need 2 more then.
2 more.
We need 2 more. If you've got an MP3 player, an iPod, and you can set it to shuffle, give us a call. We're going to play iPod Roulette. 03453 009956. Granny, this is where the phone calls kind of drop off now. Which is, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the what happens in Birmingham and the West Midlands. About 11:30, 25 past 11. What happens that the calls drop off? Granny attacked cruel circus for its dancing bear. When a grandmother heard from her young grandson that the circus was in town with an amazing disco dancing polar bear, she was appalled. In angry phone calls and letters, she informed J. Miller's Circus that she will be passing on her concerns about their cruel treatment of the animal to the activists. Good for her. Well done, Granny. Go, Granny, go, Granny, go, Granny, go. Now the ringmaster is desperately trying to contact her to allay her fears, for the polar bear was in fact an actor in a 9-foot inflatable costume. Oh, no! Somebody complaining about something they hadn't actually seen? You're joking. When does that ever happen? It was an actor in an inflatable costume. I wonder if we got that song. Let's have a little look on there. Yeah. No, we haven't, but we've got that. We'll have that instead. Ross Farah said J. Miller's is an all-human, family-run circus. We desperately want help regarding the unfortunate case of a misinformed grandmother who is now protesting against us over a massive dancing polar. It's not a real bear! It's not a real bear! Well, I don't know what you're trying to say to me by pointing to the screen and flashing in my ears. Well, you can speak now. The microphone's on.
Oh, is it? Right. Okay. Breaking news.
What?
Breaking news. iPod Roulette.
What, have we got people?
We've got one
We
person.
only need one more person. We only need one more person.
One person.
03453 00. What were you pointing? What were you pointing to?
My microphone. This.
But then when I turned it on, you were still pointing at it. We're having it's off now. We're having strong words. Strong words after the show. We won't. I'm going to go straight home. I'm tired. But tell you what, you stay around 10 minutes after the show and imagine me giving you a right roll rollicking. We need one more person for iPod. Who have we got for it so far?
His name is Dan.
Oh, yeah, I like the sound of Dan. He sounds like a geezer. Breaking news on the BBC. Sepp Blatter. What's going on? This scandal has no impact on me as president. That's why he's so cool. It has every impact on you as president. We need one more person. 03453 009956. Mr. Farah, who's currently based in, be careful how you say this, Uckfield. Wouldn't you have fun with that road sign? With his team, believes the young boy probably saw this year's production in East Sussex but failed to realise that the bear wasn't real. Mr. Farah added, as yet the only word our box office team have been able to get through to her is hello as they answer the call. A member of our staff told me he could... Are you pointing to the microphone?
Breaking news. We have 2 people.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen.
Although one of them might be a bit difficult.
OK, well, come on, mate. This is WM 95.6. Since when have the callers not been difficult here? Really? We'll do it just after 11:30. As yet, the only word our box office team have been able to get through to her is hello as they answer the call. A member of our staff told me he couldn't get a word in edgeways. She was very forward in voicing her views. We were unable to obtain any contact information, and the lady called from an unlisted telephone number. So far, her threats have been of adverse publicity. We would love to get in contact with this lady and explain the situation and set the record straight. Oh, dearie, dearie me. That poor woman complaining about something that she's never seen. When does that ever happen, guys? Really? 03453 009956 is the telephone number. If you want to give me a call, you're more than welcome to. We mentioned this story yesterday, but some of you may have missed it, and it's in the papers again. So, but me, recycle old material? Blimey, hang on a second. Stop the clock. Stop the clock. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a very special guest on the line. I tweeted in the phone number yesterday. He must have only just got it. It's Mr. Sepp Blatter, player. Good morning, Sepp.
Hello, Iain. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, Sepp. How are you doing?
Well, it's been a bit of a trying week. But, you know, voted back in yesterday and feeling really positive about moving things forward and getting FIFA back on track.
How did you feel about the vote yesterday? Because you didn't
very
get...
pleased.
Yeah, can I finish? You didn't get the two-thirds majority that you needed. Prince Ali called a second vote, and then he pulled out. What happened there?
Well, he just knew that the second vote, it was clear-cut. I've done nothing wrong.
Yep.
And I'm, happy to be voted back in. Very happy.
What do you say to those people, Sepp, that accuse you of being arrogant?
Well, I'm not really. I've got fancy cars and beautiful women surrounding me. I'm obviously in charge of the beautiful game.
Yeah.
No, I'm not arrogant, mate. Just confident.
Okay. And what would you say to those critics of you, Sepp, that would say you're French and you don't speak English?
Well, I do
and you've
speak
got
English.
A French accent.
Well, this is the normal accent I use when I'm doing my football business.
Okay. Could you... I tell you what, your football business, that sounds disgusting.
Well, it's a beautiful game, mate.
Well,
I've done nothing wrong, all right, before you start.
No, I'm...
I've not been arrested, mate.
What?
I've not been arrested.
No, you're one of the good... I think you're a player.
I am one of the good guys.
Hey, Sepp, could you do me a favour?
Yeah?
Could you introduce a song for me in French? There's a ghost in my house.
Yeah.
In your native tongue, French.
Well, maybe.
Well, could you do it?
It depends if you're going to play the song, though.
I'm actually going to play the song. Ardeen Taylor.
Well, you don't. You never do, though, do you?
Ardeen Taylor. There's a ghost in my house.
About you.
It's here.
Jack Warner told me about you.
All right. Now it's here. Are you ready? Can you introduce it in French?
Ici, le ghost dans la maison. Oui.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sepp Blatter.
The ghost of your memory, the ghost of the love you took from me. Where our love used to be, all the shadows from the past I see. Time can't seem to erase the vision of your smiling face. Though you found some new, I can't get over you. There's a ghost in my house, I can't hide
Here we go, guys.
Hello. Hello. Woof woof.
Okay, so we are going to play the world's first ever iPod roulette. We've got players. We've got Daniel in Wolverhampton. Good morning, Daniel.
Hi, Ian, you all right?
I'm very, very well, Daniel. Thank you for joining us for iPod roulette. Can I ask, what MP3 player do you have?
It's an iPhone 5.
It's an iPhone 5. And how many songs have you got on there, Daniel?
Well, I'm very nervous because I've got 4,158 and I've just been practising and it's come up with cool song after cool song. And I just know the minute we start, it's just going to come up with Laughing Gnome or something like that, isn't it?
Daniel, stay there. Vicky is your opponent. Good morning, Vicky.
Hi, Ian.
How are you this morning?
I'm very well, thank you.
What
very
MP
excited to be on the radio.
And trust me, every week I'm excited to be on the radio because one day they're going to work out. Anyway, what MP3 player have you got, Vicky?
This is an iPod.
An iPod. How many songs have you got on there?
About 1,000, I think.
1,000? Is that all?
I know, it's quite an old one.
Okay. And hang on, Martin.
Hello, yeah.
What are you doing here?
Well, I want to know why you cut me off yesterday, and also I'm supposed to be joining in this iPod thing.
No, hang on a second, right? Flip it. Why is everybody calling in at the last minute for iPod roulette?
Well, you were moaning yesterday or earlier on that nobody calls in after 11 o'clock.
We've got Daniel and Vicky on the line already. You can't play it three ways.
Well, anyway, all right. Tell Ranjit the fan club's back. It started again.
Okay, thanks for calling, Martin. Okay, he's gone, guys. He's gone. Right. Now, the rules are very simple. I'm about to make them up on the spot. What happens is there are 3 rounds, Daniel. There are 3 rounds, Vicky.
Yep.
Daniel will go first in round 1, Vicky, and then we'll swap over.
Okay.
You set, and I'm totally trusting you on this.
No, I'll be truthful, I promise.
I trust you, Daniel. Vicky, I'm not so sure about.
Okay.
You've got to be completely honest. You set your MP3 player to shuffle. When I tell you to, you hit it, and so that the song comes up at random, okay?
Yep.
Best song wins. I'm the judge.
Okay.
Right? You get 1 pass. So if a stinker comes up, for example, if The Laughing Gnome by Mr. David Bowie came up, you would be allowed to pass that once in the whole game.
Okay.
It's the best.
That might win, actually, mightn't it?
It might do, actually. You never know.
Okay.
Okay, right. Do you understand the rules?
Yes.
Yep.
And the prize is £1 million. Is it £1 million we're giving away today, Mark? He's not listening to me. He's listening to another radio station. And that's fine. I would too if I was in this situation. Right. Daniel.
Right.
Set it onto shuffle. Let's hear what's the first song that comes up, please?
Get ready.
Here we go.
Savoy Truffle by the Beatles off the White Album. Are you having that?
Well, hang on a second, because the Beatles would normally smash anybody out of the ballpark, but Savoy Truffle from the White Album, it's a controversial song, Daniel.
Oh, it's named after all the chocolates out of the Weekend box, isn't it? It's a good song.
It's a good song, not everyone agrees. Do you want to keep that song, or do you want to pass?
I'm going to keep that one.
OK, Daniel's keeping Savoy Truffle by the Beatles from the White Album. Vicky, set your iPod to shuffle, please.
Okay,
And let's see what comes up.
Oh, I've got Queen, We Are the Champions.
Oh, mate. Daniel, you know which way this is going, don't you? It's round 1 to Vicky.
Yeah, fair.
Well done, Vicky. Yeah, well done. Queen, We Are the Champions smashes Savoy Truffle by the Beatles out of the... Get in indeed, Vicky. Right, we go to round 2. Vicky, you get to go first, please. Set it to shuffle.
Okay. We've got Nirvana on a Plane.
What now? I don't know that song. Nirvana. Well, is it... OK, can we hear it?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, blimey. Do you want to keep that, Vicky, or do you want to part? Do you want to have another go?
Do you know what? I'm thinking I'm a bit worried that nursery rhymes might come up.
But nursery rhymes might win. I think a nursery rhyme would have beaten Savoy Truffle, to be honest.
Okay, let's do it. Let's pass then.
Okay, you're going to pass. So spin again. You get that's it. You're using up your pass. Spin again.
We're on. Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
It's Reach for the Stars by Joey Sinclair and Lester Narnos.
Joey Sinclair and the who?
and Leza Lanos. It's a Peter Kay album from Phoenix Nights, I believe.
Okay, and Reach for the Stars, of course, the S Club 7 song.
That's right.
Okay, okay. Let's see. Do you regret your past, Vicky?
Absolutely not. I can give you a blast if you
Let's
like.
have a little blast of this, please.
Let's
Thank
do
you.
it. It's instrumental to start with. Here we go.
Okay. We're not getting the full effect. Listen, I think we've got the idea. Daniel.
Yeah, I think I might regret it now.
Okay, well, let's see. Daniel, spin the wheel. Let's see what we get.
Stand by.
So, standing by, sir.
I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Vicky. He's blown you out of the water with that one. That is a good one. That is it's okay. At the end of 2 rounds, guys, it's 1-1. Daniel has still got a pass. That means it's down to the final round.
Right.
I'm going to do a Chris Tarrant. We'll come back for round 3 after this. Morning. Iain Lee, BBC WM 95.6. Adrian Goldberg's on at midday. There's some football match or something. But that's not what people are interested in. People are interested in the premiere of iPod Roulette. Tense times, guys. It's Daniel versus Vicky. Wolverhampton versus Coles Hill. It's 1-1 with 1 round to go. Daniel still has a pass. Wait, put it back. Where's he gone? Okay. You know how we do this in the future, Marky Mark? Well, you know how we do this in the future? We need to get, and this is fine for the first few weeks, but I'm already thinking big production values and, let's be honest, awards. We need a pop star on to judge.
A pop star
like
on
a proper
to judge.
pop star on to judge.
Like, name one.
I don't know. The Backstreet Boy. I don't know. Pop. Jason Donovan. Someone like that.
Leonard Cohen.
There we go. Yeah, Leonard Cohen's going to come on, isn't it? Daniel, how are you feeling?
Nervous.
Okay. Vicky, you still with us? You're still alive?
I am indeed.
You've had a drink to steady your nerves?
I have, actually. Just a Diet Coke.
Good for you. Okay, right, Daniel, it's your turn. You've still got your pass. If you want to use it, you don't have to use it, mate.
Okay, well, let's see what happens.
Spin the wheel.
You ready?
Here we go.
Right. I don't know whether to pass or not.
What have you got?
I've got Keep Feeling Fascination by the Human League. And I don't know if you like them or not.
Listen, Daniel, can I just say, I am like Sepp Blatter in this.
Go on.
I am completely impartial.
All
It
right.
is in no way down to my own personal tastes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, okay. Okay, so just...
Let me, because it's a bit of a gamble.
Okay.
I'm going to go for it. Right, let's go for it. Come
Okay,
on.
so
Are you ready? So I'm going to go again.
You're spinning again, okay.
Close to Me by The Cure. I'm happy with that.
I would have stopped with the first one.
No.
I quite like the Human League.
Oh, man.
Okay, doesn't matter. I'm impartial, Daniel. I'm impartial.
Okay.
Vicky, he's got Close to Me by The Cure. Do you think that whatever you spin up is going to beat that?
I'm pretty sure it won't, to be honest.
Okay, well.
There are some very obscure tracks on my iPod.
I know you've got a weird iPod. The thing is, having a look at someone's iPod is like looking into their mind, isn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, spin the wheel, Vicky. What have you got?
Oh, God, right, here we go.
Here we go. You've used up your pass. You do not get to pass again. This is it.
Now, this is Marina and the Diamonds, and it's the lesser-known track, Valley of the Dolls. I don't even remember having this.
Well, hang on a second. If you don't remember having it...
Gosh, that is a bizarre song.
Vicky.
You know, some albums you get very odd tracks. I think this is one of those.
Vicky, I'm sorry. Your 1,000 tracks did not beat Daniel's 4,500.
It really didn't, did it?
The Cure. Well, the thing is, it can be a bonus having more tracks, or sometimes, you know, you might just have too many duds on there. Daniel, you've won the very first BBC WM 95.6 iPod challenge.
Do I come back next week to defend my title or not?
I hadn't thought of that. Yes, you can. Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'd love that.
And do you know what, Daniel?
Go on.
This is what you get. This is the actual prize, okay? Because with the BBC, we can't give a proper prize, right? But this we're actually going to give a prize. You get to choose, and this is genuine. You get to choose a song that we play after the travel.
Right. Okay.
And we never do requests on this show, but that is the prize. You get to choose a song. What song would you like, boss?
I'm going to go for the Monkees' Pleasant Valley Sunday.
Oh, mate. Speak to you next week, Daniel.
Cheers, Cocker.
Thank you, Vicky.
See you,
Ta-ta.
mate.
Bye-bye.
Your travel news in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6.
Let's get the travel news. Here's Lisanne.
Thank you very much. Still heavy southbound between junction 10A and 8 for the roadworks on the M6. So if you're heading through there, you will find it slow going for the time being. Also slow coming in on Ladywood Middleway up towards the Five Ways Island with traffic quite heavy into the city centre. Other routes, though, coping well for you. It is busy, as we always see around this time of day, for routes in towards Birmingham through the Kings Heath area. Also the Stratford Road looking very heavy for you as you're approaching the city up towards the junction for the Warwick Road through Spark Hill. On the motorways, looking pretty steady. Just keeping an eye for you, though, if you're heading out onto the M1 or the M40 southbound ahead of this afternoon's match. The M1 is still very slow around Northampton, but looking much better as you head out towards Luton. There's still a slightly slow patch of traffic, but generally things are on the move. Those services still running from Moore Street, though, for you if you are heading on the trains. No services departing for London from Birmingham Snow Hill until 1 o'clock this afternoon, so you will need to head to Moore Street to pick up trains. There's also park and ride services. If you're driving, you can stop at Beaconsfield or High Wycombe to pick up extra Chiltern services straight into Wembley. If you can update us, call BBC WM 95.6 travel on 0330 123 3550.
Abide with me, fast falls the eventide. The darkness deepens, Lord, with me abide. When other helpers fail and comforts flee, help of the helpless, oh, abide with me.
Delve inside the penalty box, pulling back, Benteke, 1-1! 1-1! What a wonderful move
Hold thou thy cross before my closing eyes, shine through the gloom and point me to the skies. Heaven's morning breaks and earth's vain shadows flee. In life, in death, O Lord, abide with me.
It's 1-0. Fabian Delph for Aston Villa. Goal! It's 2-1 to Aston Villa.
Abide with us. The FA Cup final. Arsenal versus Aston Villa. Today from midday.
More iPod roulette next week, but his prize is this. Well done, Daniel.
Charcoal burning everywhere. Rows of houses that are all the same, and no one seems to care. See Mrs. Gray, she's proud today because the roses are in bloom. Mr. Green, he's so serene, he's got a TV in every room. Comfort goes. They only know my soul. Make it hard for me to see. My thoughts all seem to stray to places far away. I need a change of scenery.
Man, I got the Beach Boys tomorrow night. I say the Beach Boys. Mike loves Beach Boys, but still. I hate peanut butter. I hate peanut butter. But the Sun have cleverly told us loads of different uses for it. Peanut butter and peanuts with chocolate. I never liked Topics. You still get Topics? Sweets from the 70s. Back away. Here are some other uses, Mohammed, for peanut butter.
Oh, I can think of plenty.
Well, go on then. Pet pills.
That woman's been mentioning it all morning.
Oh no! Please, for goodness' sake, can we just go at least the last 5 minutes of the show without talking about? Yes.
That's why I phoned.
Oh, go on then, Mohammed. Go on.
I've been lying here all morning, curtains drawn, relaxing, trying to avoid all the talk about football and all this,
Yes.
And all I hear is you mentioning it all morning. That woman's been mentioning them all morning. Dog poo. Yeah, that's it. Aston Villa.
That's the choice. Hey, listen, mate. It's BBC. well done. It's BBC WM 95.6. You've got either football or
dog poo.
That's the two things on the menu. I think we've done pretty well to avoid it for the last 2 hours. Adrian Goldberg is going to rip the head off it after 12 o'clock.
Oh no, the radio's going on another station now.
Well, you know, I can understand that, and of course you understand why I can't comment on it. So you could, if your dog, have you got a dog?
I did have. He got stolen.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would steal a dog?
They stole my dog.
The dog thieves, I suppose, would. That's outrageous.
Stole my little bull terrier away from the...
Oh, mate, I'm sorry to hear that. That's awful.
A long time ago now.
Well, was your dog any good at taking pills?
He's very good at chewing up settees.
Yeah, they are. Well, if you mix pet pills with peanut butter, they'll wolf it down. You can also use it as lube.
He was never ill. I never had to give him pills.
You can also use this as lube, not on the dog, on the mower. Use the nutty spread to grease your mower blades.
I've never eaten
lawnmowers.
That stuff.
You can drop a tablespoon of it into a pan after frying fish, and the smell of fish will disappear.
Well, that's a good idea. Like that.
Now, this one I can understand. Rub a little onto the leather of your shoes, then buff with a cloth. So you can use it to clean your shoes. Now, here's the one that I don't get, right? And how on... It's like the first person that realised you can get milk from a cow. What on earth were they doing to that cow to work that out?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly. Makes you think, doesn't it? Well, here's one. Shaving gel. Use the smooth peanut butter on your face or legs. The oils are fab for moisturising skin.
And what about the stuff that's in the other stuff that's in the fat?
That's disgusting. I don't want to put peanut butter on my... Particularly if you've got a dog, because then it'll be licking your face. Mohammed, enjoy the Aston Villa game today, won't you, mate? Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Dog poo.
Come on now, please. Adrian Goldberg would be on in a few... Why would you put peanut butter... Who was the person that thought, oh, do you know what? Peanut butter. I'm going to put that on my face and have a shave. We haven't got much time left, and there's loads of stuff in the papers I've not got round to doing. 103 and not remotely interested. Topsy's never seen television. A woman aged... we found out this week that the Pope don't watch the telly. Well, there's hardly a surprise. A woman aged 103 says that the... hang on, who's it? Yeah, hello, who's this? Hello? Who's this? Hello?
Hello?
Hello, yes, you're on the air.
Hello, it's John.
Hello, John.
Is that Iain?
Yes, it is.
Hello, Iain. How did you get onto me so quick?
What? Just because I'm about to finish the show and I saw your number pop up and I just whacked you straight through. Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I was just going to quickly talk to you about ghosts, what you were talking about ghosts.
Oh, why have you chosen the last 2 minutes of the show to call in, John?
Oh, well, I'll have to do it again because I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah?
My brother's a regular caller and I'm a new member of the Ranjit fan club.
Oh, flipping it. Right, yeah, go on.
I know you'd enjoy that.
Have you seen a ghost?
Yes.
No, you haven't.
Let me just tell you something. It was about some years ago. I was 45 now, and I was 23 at the time. Before I met my wife, and it was. I woke up one morning. There'd freaked a lot of people out, but I woke up and I left the light on. It was early in the night, and I seen a little girl with her hands on my bed, looking at me, just staring at me. But it wasn't like a feeling that would freak you out. It was like a really warm feeling. And this little girl, she had wavy hair, she was in period clothing, I would say probably 18th century clothing.
And had you drunk or taken any drug?
No, I was totally sober at the time.
Listen, we have to go, it's the end of the show, but what a way to end. A genuine ghost story. We'll speak to you next week, Friday between 2 and 4, or Saturday between 10 and 12. Ta!
Dog poo. Hello? Hello? I'll smack his bottom.
That's it, guys. That's your lots. Thank you. Thank you, Marky Mark. And breathe. Back next Friday, 2 till 4. Saturday, 10 till 2. You can listen again on the iPlayer. Do stick around, though, because coming up after the news, there's some football match or something. And Adrian Goldberg is going to be there. But before that, let's get the news. Here's Philip Germ.
On FM.
Freeview, digital radio,
and online.
Your voice in the West Midlands.
BBC WM 95.6. Aston Villa take on Arsenal in the Showpiece FA Cup final this afternoon. 90,000 football fans are expected at Wembley when they take on the holders Arsenal. All eyes will be on teenager Jack Grealish, who's been outstanding under the guidance of Tim Sherwood this season. His sister Holly says she's very proud, as are her friends.
We meet up like every Sunday in case there's a game on. We always meet up. And I said to my friend, if we win at Wembley, I'm going to cry. Because all my school's like Villa fans, and all my school's going to be like really happy.
The newly re-elected president of FIFA, Sepp Blatter, has hit out at his critics, saying he has been the victim of a hate campaign. In an interview with the Swiss broadcaster RTS, Mr Blatter was particularly critical of the head of UEFA, Michael Platini, who had called for his resignation. He also said it was not a simple coincidence that the US authorities had arrested several senior FIFA figures on corruption charges just days before he was facing re-election. Speaking at a news conference in the past hour, Mr Blatter said he and FIFA's executive committee had already met to discuss how to move forward.
This can't have been a coincidence, this American attack just 2 days before the FIFA Congress, and the reaction from UEFA or Mr Platini. I can't be sure, but it doesn't feel right, because this touches me and it touches FIFA. They try to denigrate me and tell me I should go.
A man will appear before magistrates today accused of the murder of Zafran Nawaz, who was found with multiple stab wounds in a shed at a property in Bawdsley Green last week. Unemployed 20-year-old Akbar Khan of Carlton Road, Bawdsley Green, was arrested on Thursday afternoon. Mr Nawaz's family have paid tribute to him, saying he was a man whose life revolved around his family. The former chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, the Labour MP Margaret Hodge, has criticised plans by HM Revenue and Customs to write off the fines of thousands of people who filed a late tax return, providing they can provide a genuine excuse.